Two men, two Les Pauls, and one question that still echoes through every rehearsal room. Who carried the Les Paul torch into the modern era? Slash or Zakk Wylde? Slash came out of the smoke of the Sunset Strip with a top hat, a cigarette, and a tone that could melt glass. His weapon wasn't even a real Gibson Les Paul. It was a handmade replica by Derrig that fooled everyone, even Gibson themselves. Plugged into a Marshall Silver Jubilee, that guitar gave us the roar of appetite for destruction. Warm, rich, dripping with sustain, like the amp was exhaling pure attitude. He rode that sound through the 90s and beyond, keeping his rig brutally simple. A Les Paul, a Marshall, a wah, and his hands. When Gibson finally caught up, the Slash Collection Les Pauls arrived. Loaded with his own Seymour Duncan Alnico 2 Pro pickups, built to capture that Derrig growl. He even named his favorites. Jessica, the flame-top beauty that became his main stage companion, and Rosie, her darker twin. Both part of the Gibson Slash line, scarred and road-worn. Guitars that look like they've survived a decade of encores. They aren't museum pieces. They're battle-tested instruments that bleed rock and roll. Slash doesn't fight his guitar. He dances with it. Every solo feels like it's about to fall apart, but somehow lands on its feet, half drunk and perfect. It's the kind of tone that made every kid in the 90s dig through pawn shops hunting for a used Les Paul and a battered JCM. Then there's Zakk Wylde, the complete opposite of subtle. Picture it, backstage with Ozzy in 1988. Zakk plugs in his bullseye Les Paul, hits one note, and the entire wall starts to shake. Ozzy just grins. You're hired. From that moment, the Les Paul had a new warlord. His Les Paul Custom is a weapon. The bullseye paint job started as a way to stand out on stage and ended up defining a generation of metal players. Under the hood, it's pure firepower. EMG 81 and 85 pickups slamming the front of a JCM 800 until the tubes scream for mercy. The sound isn't polite. It's a chainsaw in perfect rhythm. Zakk plays with muscles and menace. His vibrato is so wide it feels like he's bending the neck off the guitar. Those pinch harmonics, the screams at the end of every phrase, are his signature. The sound that turned Ozzy's band and later Black Label Society into tone carnage. Where Slash teases emotion, Zakk punches you with it. Their philosophies split at the pickups. Slash trusts his passive Alnico 2s, sensitive, breathing, alive. Zakk runs active EMGs, hot, consistent, unforgiving. One breathes fire, the other welds steel. It's the difference between a race car and a monster truck. Both dangerous, both fast, but they corner in completely different ways. When Slash builds tension by rolling back the volume knob, Zakk stomps on his overdrive and lets chaos speak. When Slash phrases like a bluesman chasing melody, Zakk hammers until the amp begs for mercy. One sculpts the storm, the other rides straight through it. And when Gibson couldn't keep up with his madness, Zakk built his own world. Wild audio. Brutal shapes like the Warhammer, the Odin, the Barbarian, each one carrying that Les Paul DNA but tuned for battle. Mahogany bodies, maple necks, the same EMGs, just louder, sharper, heavier. They're the natural evolution of the bullseye, the same soul wearing new armor. Slash, meanwhile, doubled down on refinement. His signature Marshalls, the AFD 100 and Silver Jubilee reissues, hit the sweet spot between crunch and velvet. His Les Pauls are elegant beasts, built for melody over mayhem. And that's why this duel works. Both players are chasing the same ghost through different doors. This isn't just a tone comparison. It's the Les Paul battle that defines modern rock itself. Together they proved one thing. The Les Paul isn't vintage nostalgia. It's a weapon that keeps reinventing itself in the hands of believers. So who wins? The melodic gunslinger who turned chaos into emotion, or the berserker who turned precision into power? Tell me in the comments who you think carried the Les Paul legacy further. And subscribe for more guitar battles every week.